you are well within sack range right here, for sure. Like, there's no way you're escaping this one, dude. It's a wrap if you get one of those. Today we're rolling over to a new skate park that we have never been to. It's right here. We're in San Marcos, California today, and we're checking out this skate park, which is called, I guess it's just called San Marcos Skate Park. All right, first impressions. Size, it's not massive, but it's also not super small, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. We got a little half and half situation over here. We got prefab ramps over here on this side. Got like probably about a little 6 foot quarter here that tapers down to probably about a 4.5-ish quarter, 4 foot quarter. Little gap right here for a hip if you want to hit a hip. We've got a couple little random things like this ledge right here. I don't really know if I've ever seen just a full ledge that's just all steel, but I mean, if it works, it works. Got a little A-frame over here, a couple little like kind of bank hips if you want to mess around with these. You got a rail on the top going down. We've also got another one of those weird ledges. Maybe this is a prefab thing. We don't have a lot of prefab ramps out here in Southern California because most of the time people just make them out of concrete and things like that. But I mean, hey, if they work, they work. The down ledge on this side, but a flat ledge on the top. So if you want to get like a bigger drop on that side, no worries. I do know that this stuff slides really good, so that's a good thing. Another A-frame right here on this side. Going into that quarter. But when I said it's kind of like a half and half situation, it's because you got concrete over here on this side. So kind of cool, actually. I don't think I've ever seen a half and half skate park like that. Got a little 7 stair right here with a, is this aluminum? It's like an aluminum rail. Really short on the top. So on the top, you're probably only like, you're not even quite knee height for me. So you're probably only like a foot and some change on the top, but towards the bottom, it gets pretty gnarly. Like you are well within sack range right here, for sure. Like, there's no way you're escaping this one, dude. It's a wrap if you get one of those. God. Stair set's kind of like, the stair set is steep, but the rail is like more shallow, more relaxed. It's kind of weird, to be honest with you. You got ledge on this side, which is also, again, not nearly as steep as the stairs, which, to be honest with you guys, that's probably a good thing, because when stairs just have like a big drop, it's just a little bit gnarly for some of the kids that want to come and ride. Not that it's like any harder, because in reality, the height of the stairs is the height of the stairs, whether they're super steep stairs or they're long. But with the amount of run up that you actually have, which is maybe like, I don't know, 35 feet, maybe 40 feet, it's probably good that the stairs are a little bit steeper so that you don't really get absolutely thrashed if you don't make it. This bank's a little bit steep though. Not entirely sure why they would have made these banks as steep as they did. Maybe it's just because they didn't have a lot of room. That would make some sense, because the skate park's not, it's not super long. This thing is kind of gnarly. It's like a spine hip thing. I don't know if I've seen one of these anytime recently. You got a little kinked flat bar down there if you want to mess around just with flat ground stuff. Kind of like a half bowl over here. The opening thing is a little odd, to be 100% honest with you guys. I guess it makes sense, because if you wanted to really flow through the entire skate park, you could do that, but I don't know. I feel like maybe a full bowl back here would have been maybe a decent idea. I'm not gonna say better, because I don't design skate parks. Like, this isn't my forte. I just ride them. Maybe one day we'll design something, but I feel like there's just like, it's just a little bit odd. That's all. It's not like it's stupid or anything, it's just odd. Over here you got like a little bank Euro thing. You got a really welcoming bank going towards the rest of the skate park, which is good. And the last thing in the skate park to show you guys, we have 2 quarters right here, probably about 5.5 or 6 feet, probably closer to 6. No, probably closer to 5.5. But what's cool about them is that there's a channel in the middle. It's not just the channel that's cool, it's the fact that the quarters are even. I don't know why skate parks always design these channel gaps, and they have a quarter pipe that's in this spot, and the landing or the other takeoff quarter is way out here. Like, it's not nearly even. So the fact that they made these at an even spot, very good, like that. I can sit here and talk about the skate park all day, but it doesn't matter. We got to find out how it rides. How are these transitions? Are things too steep? Do the gaps work? How are the ledges and all the rails and things like that sliding on this side? Are these ramps, are these prefab ramps super slippery? We're gonna find that all out right now. Let's throw the GoPro on and get some riding done. So as soon as I actually got on my scooter, I started to recognize the skate park a little bit. I've seen a couple of clips done over here on this quarter pipe by the man, the myth, the legend, which a lot of you guys probably don't know, Tyler Bonner. Way back when, about 15-ish years ago, almost 15 years ago, he did a couple clips on this. I think he did quad finger and double F invert and some kind of grind with a bri right here. Also, the skate park is called Hollandia Skatepark. I realized that as soon as I had said that it was called San Marcos. It's not, because I recognized it from my GPS. Let's start this off with something really easy here. We'll just drop in here. Maybe we'll do a bar spin in. We'll just pump over this and we'll do just double heel up that Euro. As you guys can see, there is nobody at the skate park right now. So I gotta be like, just kind of weary of that. Like there's nobody here, so I can't be here doing anything super crazy gnarly, because if I fall, I'm screwed. That quarter felt really smooth. This had a lot less pop than I was ready for. So let's do a little triple whip in. We'll 360 over this, and then we'll just bri flip on the quarter over there. Knee pads are a little bit loose here. Tighten these puppies up really quick. S1 pads have this little strap on the back that is so sick, because I can tighten my knee pads as much as I want. Love that thing. Shouts out to S1. And of course, shout out to my guys over at Envy for supplying me with the best parts I could ever ask for. But let's test them out with a triple. Let's do that 360. Oh, I'm going really slow. And bri flip. That 3 was very, very slow right there. That quarter is actually like pretty good. Like it's got really good transition right here. I wonder if any of these quarters have any holes. I didn't even check for that. I didn't see any on this. I don't see any right here, and none right here on these quarters either. Granted, like I don't know how much use the skate park gets, because again, it's very small, but it's one of those skate parks you could go to and still have a good time. It's not like you're going to some dog crap skate park. All right, how about a little something on have a little drop-in clip on this quarter, and then something on the hip right here. Chest that hip out. Hip looks really mellow, so of course you got to kind of get a little bit of kick on that thing. Maybe we'll do a half cab thing on there. That would be cool. How about just 270 in, and then we'll do half cab bar on the hip. All right, 270 into the quarter, half cab. Oh, I didn't get the bar. All right, try again. All right, 270. This half cab thing is always so weird. There we go. That's better. This quarter looks really steep for how small it is. It's probably like 5-ish tall. I'd say it's just about to my neck. I mean, I'm kind of used to steep quarters because of the 8 at my local skate park, but let's try this thing out really quick, see how it rides. This ledge thing is so weird. It's kind of cool for that though. I'm actually surprised on how steep it wasn't going up to that. That's very, very weird. Wow, what the heck? Does that quarter pipe not look steep to you guys in this video? It looks steep in person, but it doesn't ride steep like at all. How weird. Have a little 1 foot mel on here, just a little one. Wow, that's so weird. It rides really good. Like from here, even from me, I don't know how it looks with a GoPro on my head, but it looks steep. This bank is steep. Well, hang on, if those are like that, how are the quarters in the back? I'm curious. It's very odd. Like it's an illusion of some sort. I'd imagine these are gonna be pretty close to the same. Yeah, same thing. Not bad. Oh, you've got a little half pipe right here too that you can mess around with. And in reality, this size, like a 4 to 5 foot tall half pipe, is actually like the perfect size. Maybe I was wrong with that bowl corner thing. Maybe I might have to take that back a little bit, because it's kind of cool to kind of flow through here and just kind of mess around, because you can hit this thing as a hip, but it would still be nice to have a corner. Yeah, I'm gonna retract what I just said. I would like to see a bowl corner right there. It would be kind of nice. Let's hit this hip, little front side look back action. Little scooter fakie nose butt, front 50. Oh, the fence. I'm in trouble here. I'm super towing it right now, but we're taking it. Dude, this is pretty sick. Like, I could have a lot of fun here. It's not a skate park you would go to like blast anything and get crazy, but I mean, it's fun. I wonder if I can front scooter flip this hip. It's kind of early in the sesh, so I kind of have to work for this one, I think. After this front scooter flip, I want to do this little box thing right here. Maybe this one too. This one's actually pretty sick. These are steep though. This I'm looking at, these are steep. For a bank, that's not nearly as inviting as like that one is over there. All right, let's do this front scoot on this hip really quick. I gotta kind of get some serious pop off of this, see if I can get it. Oh, I didn't even try it. Jeez, Ray, come on, dude. You gotta at least try it, man. Rolled up to it and like got all jumbled in my head. All right, front scooter flip over this little hip. Oh, that's a hard one. That's tough. Yeah, like I almost got it, but it's not an easy one to front scooter flip. You gotta get that thing around quick. All right, let's try it again. I might cut it a little bit harder to get a little bit more hang time. So I might start like a little bit closer to the rail on this one, just to see if that gives me a little bit more air. All right, try again. Oh, it's tough. Oh, I got that shock in my foot because my foot slapped the ground real good. That's tough. That's not an easy one. All right, let's try it one more time. Should be able to get it. This go. There is nobody here. Ghost town. Like in this entire like park, I had to park way up on the top of the hill. Nobody. I think I saw one old lady walking 2 dogs, and that was it. Third time's the charm here. Yeah, here we go. That was actually very hard. That was not an easy thing to front scooter flip. Should I just do a quick flare here? That quarter still, like it's tripping me out how steep it isn't. I'm not gonna hit the handrail. I'm already trash at them. Last thing I need to do is hit one that I don't even know if I'm gonna make it down or not. Let's hit this little hip box thing. How interesting. Like it's just, I don't know, it just looks odd, you know? It's one of those things like you just look at it and you're like, I'm not entirely sure. Whoa! Throws you into that hip pretty good though. I'll just go a little bit higher on that one. It's kind of cool, that thing. All right, what else can we hit? Oh, we gotta hit one of these ledges here. We can do that down rail too. I wonder how this thing slides. I have no idea whatsoever. Yeah, knew it. It slides so good. All of these like steel full like box ledges, they always slide really, really good. Can't say the same about rails like that. I mean, it's definitely got an inch of wax on it. I feel like I have to lean so far forward for this. All right, not bad. Let's do a little line with that thing here. How about we hit this box thing and then do that? That'd be cool. The stairs kind of come into play with this one. You gotta kind of hit this, like both of these kind of in the right spot, because these quarters, they do throw you up. I will say that. They don't feel steep when you're doing like air tricks and things like that. If I'm doing a flare or a bri or that 1 foot melon I did right here, they don't feel like they're going crazy, but if you're trying to go this way, you can feel the steepness of it. But let's get this and we'll hit that rail over there. Where's the line for this? Is it almost into this corner? That's not great. The line for that is literally right here. Unless I go, no, because I can't go here, because then I have to like almost go like to the right and kind of fade over. I had to cut it really close to this spot right here. It's all right, I'll make it happen. Almost right at this second line. This turn makes it a little odd though, I will say. There we go. And the rail. Flare. I love these ramps when you land. They have like a crack sound to them. It's kind of cool. I don't like that gap. I don't like either one of those gaps. They don't work that well. I feel like this is too steep and this is too steep. Like they're doable, don't get me wrong, and you could probably come here and get like some gnarly tricks off of this. It's not like it's not fluid, you know, like it's not like exactly how you would hope for it to be. Something like this, you kind of like for it to be a little bit more straight. This one works a little bit better, but again, it's just kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of odd. These kinds of things, if you want a ramp that's this steep and you want to make it into a box, you got to be moving to do anything that would be sick, because that's going to throw you high. But you can't get a lot of speed because this quarter and this is just very small. It works again, but not ideal, that's all. How about we do the drop off on the other side there? Yeah, those things slide so good, dude. Like, they are phenomenal. If every ledge in the world could be like that, it's just like one giant piece of coping basically. It's sick, and you lock in really well because it's squared. I gotta get rid of this band-aid, dude. Bar spin, feeble, T-bog out, or invert. I will do both. It slides so fast, which is interesting because, again, I don't know how much action the skate park gets, but for those to slide as well as they do, maybe it gets more than I think it does. Let's try it again. All right, here we go. Bar spin, feeble, and terrible feeble. Like, my heel was the only thing that was touching the ledge that entire time. That was really bad. There we go. Now do the bar feeble, invert out. This is always like it's a very Raymond trick. I mean, that's really the only way to put it. I ride a very skinny scooter deck, But even with that small scooter deck, I'm able to lock in on these things really, really well. Yeah, but the skate park is not bad. It's actually, I'm having a lot more fun here than I thought I was going to. There's a lot of stuff to do. Well, that's waxed. Ow, dude, that freaking hurt. I got out of it okay, but check it right here, dude. Double wheel waxage. Oh gosh. Yeah, okay, we're not doing that again. I was gonna 360 out. I'm glad I was gonna 360 out because it threw me like open. Gosh, that hurt. All right, well, I don't like that thing anymore. I had some good things to say about it at first. Now screw that thing. I got wax all over my front and back wheel. Sketch. We'll do seatbelt over the A-frame box thing, and then heel finger up the Euro. That's what we'll do. Oh, I didn't grab it. Hang on, gotta do that one again. Wow, I gotta go fast for that. Jeez. This bank is so long that you have to really kind of pump that little A-frame box to actually get up there. So I'm gonna have to do that seatbelt quite a bit lower and almost kind of race it. And oh, a little skin came off. Almost kind of race it and then just try to get as much pop off of that bank as I can. Not much pop to get off of that bank because it's so mellow. And I suck at finger whips already, so it's not great. But let's try it again. Here we go. Overgrab first, or seatbelt. I barely got that finger up around, you guys, barely. How about we hit this little flat bar here? Little front board. Nope, not touching you. Screw you. Ow, my freaking foot, dude. I hate it right on the edge of that thing. I know I'm complaining about it, but it hurts. You know what, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. I actually don't think the skate park's that bad. When I rolled up, I looked inside, I was like, damn, the skate park's gonna suck. It looks super small, like there's nobody here. That didn't help. But once you actually get in here and you give it a chance, and you realize that the transitions are as good as they are, even though they are very small. And also, everything seems to be waxed pretty well. I, again, don't know how much action the skate park actually gets, but from what it looks like, it rides really, really well. But of course, I always got to give skate parks an actual score. And I will say, when it comes to the size, could be a little bit bigger. I think there's a couple things that could have been a little bit different when they actually made the skate park. One of which was that corner over here. I think that there's something here that could have been done. Maybe not like a bowl corner, but you could have put like maybe a gap or something like that in there that just kind of filled up that space, as opposed to putting just a flat rail down here. One of the bigger things that it has going for it, just because of how small it is the fact that there's a little bit of something for everybody to ride here. If you want to do like some street stuff, great. You can ride the rail or you can ride a ledge. But I would say a skate park is more of like it's more of a transition skate park than it is like a plaza or something like that. So for those of you street guys that you just want to go to a street style park, this is probably not the place for you. For those of you guys that like riding ramps, you like riding quarter pipes or things like a half pipe or these really weird boxes for whatever reason. If you like riding that stuff, but you also want to kind of work on some of your rail tricks and things like that, maybe work on some of your ledge tricks, they are very easy rails to do here. Everything is a flat top rail, which I think is really, really cool. So if you guys are working on your rails, you're working on board sides, back lips, front lips, crooks, you want to try this weird 7-stair, this is a good place for you. I will say the hybrid thing is interesting. I don't know how I fully feel about that. I like the prefab ramps a lot more in the skate park than I like the concrete ramps. I actually like prefab and wood ramps a lot more than I like concrete as it is. But I don't know how I feel, to be honest with you guys, about how they are both in one skate park. I just don't see why it's fully necessary, unless maybe they were planning on making the whole skate park in concrete and then just ran out of money, or I don't know why that is. But if I was gonna give you guys a score on the skate park, hang on, with how it rode, how the transitions are, how the use of the skate park is, how the use of the area is, some of the ramps that they have to offer, I can't go super high. I just can't, because when I think of a skate park that would be in like the 8s or the 9s, that would be a phenomenal skate park. That's something like close to Chino. 6.8, 6.8. I think that's fair. It's not a skate park that I would personally travel to go and have a session or film here, unless I was doing a skate park review. It's probably not a skate park that I would go to get a clip at, because I feel like everything that they have here, most other skate parks in the surrounding area also have that. I don't think it stands out a lot, to be honest with you guys. That's why I think it kind of falls within the 6s. Not a bad skate park. It's fun if you live close to here, but it's probably not a skate park that you would travel to. But it's a skate park nonetheless. But all in all, that's gonna do it for today's skate park review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you guys want to see me go to another skate park, let me know what skate park in the comments below. It could be your local skate park, it could be a skate park across the world. Let me know. I just want to go to as many skate parks as I can. But thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys. Much love. If you have not already, please subscribe to this channel. That helps me a lot. It helps me make these videos and continue to spread positivity, scootering, and just being outside for people. But love you guys. Until next time, I'm out of here. Later.